What's up guys, this is Danos here, and today we're going to do a Elemental Shaman rotation guide in Mythic Plus. So just a quick summary, in this guide you'll learn how to do proper AoE DPS, which is considered 3 targets and more, 2 target rotation, and of course a single target rotation. This is the build that I currently go with talents, so Echo of the Elements, Aftershock, Static Charge, and level 30 levels don't really matter too much. However, you take Storm Elemental, Nature's Guardians, once again not too important, but more so Primal, Elementalist, and Stormkeeper. So we're going to go through the single target rotation first, and this is how to maximize your DPS in Mythic Plus. So first and foremost, you want to pre-cast with Stormkeeper, so you've got the 2 stacks there ready for casting. You want to be able to pop your Storm Elemental, use your Lightning Bolts. Once Core Lightning's been casted, use Eye of the Storm second, and basically you're building up Maelstrom so you can cast an Earthshock, and with time you want to build it up to use an Earthquake, once again using the Earthquake Legendary, and this is simply how to do the single target rotation with a Storm Elemental. So building Maelstrom, popping Earthquake when you have the empowered bonus up here or here, and spending. It's very simple, really fun. You're building up haste. Of course you can use Bloodlust if necessary, but that's how the single target rotation works with a Storm Elemental. Then we'll have a look at how to do it without a Storm Elemental. So here you start with, once again, pre-casting Stormkeeper. You want to start off with Lava Burst, and then a Flame Shock straight after, Lava Burst again, use your Lightning Bolts, and then finish off with a Fey Transfusion. Once again, Lava Burst, and we want to build up so we can get the Earthshock proc, spend it, build up again. So Lava Burst is your priority, always want to have Flame Shock running, using Lightning Bolt on cooldown, till we can spend our Earthquake with 60 Maelstrom, and so on. So it basically looks like you want to use Lava Burst when up, you want to have that running with Flame Shock at the same time, and of course you want to have Earthshock ready, depending on whether you're spending it on an empowered Earthquake or using your Maelstrom on an Earthshock, so your next spend can be an empowered Earthquake. So that's how the single target rotation works without a Storm Elemental, and next we'll have a look at a 2 target rotation. So this is the 2 target rotation now without a Storm Elemental. So just quickly covering what it would be like with a Storm Elemental. It's just like the single target rotation, but instead of using Lightning Bolt, when you keep pressing it to build up the 20 stacks, you just press Chain Lightning. Just easy replacement, everything else stays the same. You build up Maelstrom for the Earthshock, you build up Maelstrom again to get the Earthquake. However, without a Storm Elemental, it's a little bit different, but not too different. So you want to precast Stormkeeper, you want to get that running 2 stacks. You want to start with Lava Burst, pop that on straight away, use your second Lava Burst. I got a proc, so I'm going to spend it again. Chain Lightning, Earthshock, and also you want to have your second target running a Flame Shock on it too. And this is the situation. So you can see Flame Shock's about to run out. Gonna pop that. Use my Earthquake there. Chain Lightning. Keep Flame Shock running. Lava Burst. Chain Lightning. Lava Burst is priority. Of course, Earthquake / Earthshock is priority, and you want to keep doing this. And that's the majority of the situation. You can use Fey Transfusion if you take Night Fey. I like to take Night Fey because I think it's better than Necro and Primordial Wave for keys. But I generally save it for single target because it's more effective in that way. That's just the nature of the spell. It's more effective because it's just like a set amount of damage, and you're probably better off building up Maelstrom and spending it with Chain Lightning instead of using a Fey Transfusion on 2 targets. So that's pretty much it. then we'll have a look at what Cleave looks like for Elemental Shaman in Mythic Plus. Okay, so this is the Cleave guide. I'll demonstrate the Storm Elemental rotation, and then also when you do not have Storm Elemental. It's probably the most fun part of Ele Shaman, it's probably why everyone plays it. But here we go. So once again, pre-casting Stormkeeper, getting those 2 stacks ready, setting up your Storm Elemental, waiting for till he casts Call Lightning, activating Eye of the Storm, rinse and repeat, Chain Lightning, in this case Earthquake, Chain Lightning, take here, I'll probably get the 3 target, yeah, Earthshock. See 15k on these dummies, like you can probably see in my other videos that you can get some really crazy cleave off. And you're just basically building Maelstrom very quickly via Chain Lightning, of course the help of the Storm Elemental, and just spending Earthquakes. So 3 target or more, this is the best way to do it. It's where you get the most amount of deeps, and especially when keys get a little bit tougher, you'll be able to do effectively damage huge mobs. So that's how you do the Cleave with a Storm Elemental. However, we'll look at it without, which, surprise surprise, is the exact same way. Chain Lightning, Earthshock, build it up for an Earthquake. There's no point running Flame Shock and getting Lava Burst procs. This is much more beneficial. Chain Lightnings, you can see here I'm going to get an Earthquake next. So I literally have my mouse, and this is a little tip, you can have your mouse hovering over with the mouse over macro already on your target, and you can just pop it, your Earthquake, really quickly and get that deeps. So you'll see in the keys I just have my mouse sitting there waiting over the target, so when I get the 60 Maelstrom or even an Aftershock, bang, you just drop it. And you know, the Cleave is just absolutely crazy. It's very important that you have the Earthquake legendary, the Echoes of the Great Sundering. Yeah, and that's when you Earthshock. When you Earthshock, your next Earthquake will do 120%. It's a must-have for Mythic Plus. It's crazy. And it's also really fun. And that's it. So that's how you maximize your DPS in keys. You'll see how I do that in the rest of my videos. Hope this was helpful. I hope you guys, this was really clear to understand, and I hope you enjoyed the video.